Coming up on UCF Nightly News, the fight to raise minimum wage to $15 an hour continues. We'll tell you how this could affect local businesses.
Wheels have gone missing from cars on and off campus since the start of the semester. We'll tell you what you can do to protect your car.
A big decision about the student union is being finalized next week. We'll tell you what it could mean for students and current business owners.
And in sports, there's good news for the basketball team. We have an update on Taco Falls playing eligibility.
Nightly News starts now. Good afternoon and welcome to Nightly News. I'm Noslyn Valdez.
And I'm Audrey Harvey. Today is Friday, November 13th, 2015.
On Tuesday, there was a protest to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour. Florida's minimum wage of $8.05 is higher than the federal wage of $7.25. We spoke to a local restaurant owner who has some employees working for minimum wage. She told us how she believes the pay increase could affect small businesses.
I got 35 employees. If I have to lay off half of them, those are 15 only from this location. Imagine how many other family-owned businesses are here.
Kenya Gonzalez is the local business owner of the restaurant and cafe Rice and Beans. Her vision came to life 10 years ago when she and her husband moved to Florida. Gonzalez says she would love to be able to pay her employees $15 an hour. She just can't afford to.
So you get rice and beans and meat and sweet plantains and, salad if you want to add it too. There is no way I could pay someone who's serving that $6.89 plate of food $15 an hour.
Statistics from the Florida Department of Economic Opportunity show that in the past 15 years, the highest pay increase was $1 in the year 2005. But for the people who protested in downtown Orlando,
we work, we sweat, put 15 on our check.
That raise and the smaller ones that have followed are not good enough.
It's unfair to pay people low wages. People can't live off $8 an hour.
Orange County tax collector Scott Randolph says he and his family lived on minimum wage for 1 week to experiment the lifestyle. Randolph says no one should have to live that way.
Most minimum wage workers don't have health insurance. So to make that experience real, I didn't go to my doctor. I went to a clinic. And there was another $50 out the door that I didn't have.
Gonzalez says she would be on board with raising the minimum wage, but almost doubling it is unreasonable. There's a current bill in both the House of Representatives and the Senate in favor of raising minimum wage. The bills are both static as of now, but if they do pass, the minimum wage change effect would go into effect January of 2017.
There have been several petitions going around campus, but some students may not know what they're signing. We found out what students are saying and what some of these petitions are actually for.
I haven't really heard a lot about what specifically they're trying to do with the environmental impact and the legalizing marijuana. I don't know exactly what they're trying to do, but I guess I supported them.
Most of the time people are just trying to get somebody to do a quick signature, and people are walking by pretty quickly, so they're just like, hey, give me 2 seconds, sign this, and you'll be on your way.
Currently, petitions are going around to gain signatures so that their proposed amendments can appear on next year's ballot. Several of these petitions can be found around campus, but some students are not fully aware of what they're actually signing.
These are two of the petitions going around campus, and they both appear to promote the same thing, solar power. At first glance, the only obvious difference between them is the color paper they are printed on.
But the two petitions are very different. According to their websites, Floridians for Solar Choice wants to expand the market for solar energy, while Consumers for Smart Solar's proposed amendment focuses on regulating the solar market. But these aren't the only petitions causing confusion among students. There are also multiple petitions going around that support the legalization of marijuana for recreational and medicinal purposes.
No, I actually thought they were with the same group the whole time, so I would just sign them.
I always walk around and see people with petition, and it was telling me, hey, come sign this, but I'm like, I don't know what it is. They asked me for marijuana, but they don't really explain what it is.
The petitions have until February 1st to gain enough signatures so that they can be voted on in next year's elections. Proposed amendments must have 60% approval from voters to pass.
Well, right now we have Matthew Johnson outside to give us our first weather update.
It was overcast this morning. Matthew, how's it looking out there now?
Well, guys, it was a little overcast today in the morning, but go ahead and take a look behind me. It's no longer like that now. It's nice and sunny out. Everyone's a little gloomy in the morning, so the sky's the same way. It brightened up as the day went on. It's a really nice warm 84 degrees out here. It's going to cool off a lot way down into the night, the low of 61, but it's going to be a great time today for you to do anything you want. So that's all for weather. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Matt. Since the beginning of the semester, there have been 10 car-related thefts on off-campus college apartments. Even though the UCF PD says this is a low number, some students say it's a common problem. Brooke Savage tells us what car thieves are targeting and how you can protect your car.
Last month, freshman Sydney Thompson was on her way to class. And before she got into her car, she noticed 4 things missing. Her wheels. They were stolen overnight and her car was propped up on cinder blocks.
And then I started crying because I'm so upset, and then it turned into anger because who wants their tires stolen? You're on your way to class, you need to get there, you don't want to be late, you're freshman year.
But Jared Rosenholtz, the president of Car Club at UCF, says he sees this problem with students every semester. He says usually thieves like to go after Japanese cars like Hondas and Mitsubishis. His club has a Facebook page students can use to post about their missing cars or car parts.
The good thing about the car community is that once it gets posted, if anybody sees this car or anybody notices wheels on another person's car that look similar, that they can inform the authorities and it can possibly help the property be returned.
The UCF PD says the biggest thing students can do to prevent vehicle theft is to lock their cars. They also recommend buying aftermarket security devices. For Thompson, she's already installed locks on her tires, and she feels she's lost more than just her wheels.
I'm very paranoid with my car now, so I don't like to leave it in areas where it's not lit enough at night.
In Orlando, Brooke Savage, UCF Nightly News.
To learn more about what aftermarket security devices you can buy to protect your car, you can check out our website at www.nightlynews.ucf.edu.
The parents of journalist and former UCF student Stephen Sotloff will be coming to UCF on Monday. His parents, Shirley and Arthur, will be speaking at the Life and Light of Stephen Sotloff. Stephen found his love of journalism here at UCF, but in 2014 he was sadly captured and killed by militants of the Islamic State. In honor of keeping his legacy alive, they established the Two Lives Memorial Foundation in his name. The foundation offers scholarships to students who wish to be journalists. The event will be held on Monday in Classroom Building 2, Room 105 at 6:30. All are welcome and invited to attend.
After the break, a decision about expanding the student union will be announced. We'll tell you how students have mixed feelings about this possibility.
Plus, Light Up UCF opens for the public tonight, but Nightly News was there last night for the soft opening that was free for students.
UCF is working on a deal with Aramark to expand the student union. This will add a lot more seating to the building, but it will also change some of the dining options for students. UCF officials think the deal will be great for the school, but Mariah Nava tells us how some students aren't so sure.
Like the tradition, what makes UCF so special.
Alicia Canton works at Wackadoos in the student union. She's worried the new deal will cost her her job and ruin the tradition Wackadoos employees and regulars have enjoyed over the years.
And I think if we take that away, we're kind of taking away part of UCF and making us like every other school in Florida.
Other student union employees like Amrel McLaughlin felt blindsided by the announcement.
And for them to not even receive a phone call from UCF about what was going on. But then also on top of that, the fact that it was like pretty much a set deal, it just really made me feel like, wow, like this whole situation just isn't right.
But Kurt Sawyer, the vice president of University Services, says this is not the case.
Their contracts run through mid-2017, some of them are 2018. So we think it's very fair to give a 1.5 year notice that we're possibly, and in some cases, like I said, probably not going to extend their lease.
Sawyer has been working on the deal with Aramark and says it's not about kicking companies out, but changing to a better option for students.
It just gives us the ability to do a renovation and an expansion of 17,000 square feet, of which we could not afford on our own.
If the deal's approved, then students will be able to help the school decide what food options to bring in. In Orlando, Mariah Nava, UCF Nightly News.
The Board of Trustees will decide whether to approve the expansion at their next meeting on November 19th. If the deal is approved, students will be able to use their meal plan allowance at the new dining options when they open.
The annual Winter Carnival Light Up UCF is off to a good start this morning. Students got in free to last night's soft opening. Photojournalist Charles Baber found out the winter event is a great way to cool down.
My favorite event here is definitely ice skating. It's really fun. You only get to do it once a year, so definitely look forward to it.
I've been to this event last year. It was fun, like ice skating, and you can't really ice skate in Florida, so this is awesome.
Well, it's my last year. I just wanted to make sure I made it to one of them, and I really like all the Christmas music and the lights.
Night Moves came out to dance and to perform and to try to spread some more cheer with our little outfits and some Christmas songs.
I've just been on the Blizzard. It was really fun. You like spin around and get really dizzy, so that was cool.
Tell me how much you love this event.
UCF starts tonight and runs until January 3rd. The next night that students can attend for free will be Wednesday, November 18th.
Coming up, the temperatures are dropping this weekend. Matthew Johnson will be back to tell you what you should expect over the next couple of days.
Plus, the controversy over the Starbucks holiday cups continues. Find out how some UCF students reacted to the change.
There has been an uproar lately among some groups, all because of a cup, the red Starbucks cup, that is. On November 1st, Starbucks started serving warm beverages in a red ombre cup. People are upset because the cup has no Christmas decorations on it this year. Presidential candidate Donald Trump even suggested to boycott Starbucks over the Christmas cup design, or lack thereof. Freshman Catalina Udani thinks it's not a big deal that the cup is simply all red.
I'm a person who thinks like there's no amount of Christmas cheer that's a bad amount, but I'm not too sad about the fact that our cups are just plain red because it's a coffee cup. It's going to be thrown away. I'm not too worried about that.
Dunkin' Donuts have also released holiday cups. Although Dunkin' Donuts cup is more festive, Trump says that it's just not good enough unless it says Merry Christmas. So Audrey, I heard that we're going to be seeing some cooler weather for this weekend.
We definitely could. Matthew, is it finally sweater weather?
Guys, it's almost time for sweater weather. You are absolutely correct. But go ahead and take them out of your closet, dust them off, but don't put them on just yet because throughout the week it's going to be incredibly warm, but it's going to cool off at nighttime, so that may be the right time to use them. We're going to go ahead and go on to our state temperature maps. Moving from top to bottom, we're going to look at Jacksonville and Tallahassee. Jacksonville is sitting at a cool 75, Tallahassee at a 72. All the rest of the states are up above in the 80s. Orlando at 85, Miami at 86, and Tampa at 85 also. We're going to move on to the precipitation map for those same states. Jacksonville and every other city aside from Miami are sitting at 0%. And Miami is sitting at 15. So it'll be a perfect time to go out and do anything you want outdoors. But be sure to go out and stay safe because, you know, the beach can be dangerous sometimes. But moving on into the national map, you can see in the southeast near us, there's a little line down there that says rain. That's more for the northern part of the state. I just told you that we had, you know, not much rain coming. So you can look at it, maybe have an umbrella handy on you, but not too much to worry about. We're going to move now on into the 5-day forecast, where you can see Saturday it's cooling down drastically from our high today of 84 down to 77. So it's going to be a nice cool day with a low of 60 and a 0% chance of rain. It's the weekend. Sunday looks much the same with a high of 79 and a low of 62, 0% chance of rain. Again, it's going to be a lot of fun. Go do what you want, but be sure to stay safe again. On Monday, it's studying weather. Get those muscles loosened up so you can study extra hard. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's getting a little bit worse. Well, not worse necessarily. It's again studying weather. You have a 20% chance of rain on Tuesday, 40% chance of rain on Wednesday. It's a good time. Go into the library, get all your studying done. That's all the time we have for weather right now. Back to you, Audrey, at the desk.
Thanks, Matthew. This past Wednesday was Veterans Day. We talked to many UCF students and wanted to share some of the thanks they gave to our veterans.
So if I can only say one thing to the veterans, I would just like to say thank you. I think we take your service for granted.
I definitely just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart because it's because of veterans that I'm able to just walk around, freely and enjoy my day.
I would like to say thank you to all current, future, and past veterans and for everything they've done. This day is for them and to remember the fallen and those who are currently serving right now.
My dad's a veteran, and to him, every day is a holiday. He always appreciates a free one to enjoy to its fullest.
Well, I'd like to say thank you to my dad, grandfather, great-grandfather, my uncle who actually died in Afghanistan 2011, so I'd really like to say thank you to him for his service, and I don't think our country would be anything without them, so I just want to say thank you.
And from everyone on the UCF Nightly News crew, we would like to thank all of our veterans who have served this country.
One Orlando City soccer player received the MLS Rookie of the Year. We'll tell you who.
Plus, the volleyball team's season is coming to an end. We'll tell you about their ups and downs throughout the season.
What's up, Night fans? I'm Lindsay Urzino with your sports update. Today we have breaking news for the basketball team. 7'6" freshman Taco Fall has been cleared to play this season by the NCAA. And the UCF women's soccer team heard some exciting news on Monday. The team received a bid to the NCAA tournament. The women's program has reached the tournament for 9 years straight, and they'll be hosting William & Mary this Saturday at 7 p.m. Coach Sahadek said making the NCAA tournament is something that should be expected of this program, but she said this year was a little nerve-wracking.
I had a good feeling that we were going to get an at-large bid based on our season and where we were in the RPI, but you know, you never know if you're going to host or not. I had a good feeling we would, but just to see it confirmed up there on the screen today, my anxiety went away.
Seniors like Ashley Spivey and Megan Fish said being able to play one last time in front of their home crowd is bittersweet. Coach Sahadek said they haven't seen William & Mary play much this year, but she said she knows the coach very well and that should help them prepare for the game. One of Orlando City's soccer players is making headlines despite their season being over. Kyle Larin has been named Rookie of the Year in the MLS. Larin scored 17 goals this season and passed Damani Ralph, who previously held the record since 2003. Larin said fitness was a key to his success.
I think physically and mentally I've grown. My fitness and all that it's grown since the first day I came here, and I think that was one of the important things of me being here is my fitness and being able to keep up with the level, because the football aspect was okay.
Even though Orlando's MLS season is over, they are playing an exhibition game in Brazil against one of their most well-known teams, Flamengo, on November 15th. Women's volleyball has had an up-and-down season this fall, with the head coach Todd Desjardins gone for family reasons. The team has been making the best of the situation. With a 5-set loss against ECU last weekend, the team is now 14-12 overall. Assistant head coach Michelle Chapman has taken over the team for the time being and said the team has had 3 principles: respecting each other, embracing the grind, and keeping moving forward. Right side hitter Abby Fleener told us that Chapman has done a great job stepping up and taking charge of the team.
Practice is, a little different obviously when your head coach leaves, but we have the utmost respect for Michelle and what she does for the program. So hard work and our work ethic hasn't changed at all.
The team still does not know when Coach Desjardins will return, and the girls are set to play Temple in Philadelphia tonight at 6 p.m., and they also have a game Sunday at UConn. Both the men's and women's basketball team are starting their season on Saturday. Both are away games, but their women's first home game will be on November 17th, and the men's home game will be on November 18th. Well, that's all the time we have for sports. Audrey Noslin, back to you.
Thanks for that, Lindsay. And now we have Matthew over here at the desk.
Matthew, what can we expect for this weekend?
Well, the weekend's going to be nice and warm and pretty cool in the nights. That's really all there is to say.
Perfect.
Nice. Well, that's all the time that we have for right now. Thank you for joining us. Remember, you can always keep up with us during the week on our website at nightlynews.ucf.edu.
And if you've got a story idea you want us to know about, send it our way. You can reach us at nightlynews@ucf.edu. Thanks for watching and have a good day.
Thank you.